Hello, everyone, and thanks for joining me today as I share an update on the Blueprints transformation. Many of you know that our organization is undergoing a 12-month strategic planning process to transform the Colorado Blueprint to End Hunger into one that is more centered on the needs expressed by community members in community-based organizations across the state. Our transformative journey unfolds through 6 different phases of the work. And it all started in April of 2023 when we designed and launched into this journey. Throughout this time, we have conducted an exhaustive landscape assessment, listened to the priorities of our community and our network partners. We've also spent the last few months making sense of what we've heard and drafting a framework based on the feedback. And as we launch into phase 5 of our work, we want to make sure that we're keeping you up to speed on the current work and happenings. So today, I'm thrilled to unveil the exciting framework that we've developed that will guide our future work. Much of what you will see today will be very familiar, while other components will be new and improved. Starting with our vision. Our vision will remain the same, as is our commitment to working for a Colorado where everyone who lives here can access the food they choose, where they want it, and when they need it. Through purpose-driven convening, resource distribution, thought leadership, and a bold policy agenda, the Colorado Blueprint to End Hunger will continue to activate a statewide network to collectively achieve food sovereignty for all Coloradans by returning control of local food systems to local communities. To carry out our work, we have crafted 4 commitments that will keep us in course and will allow us to better center the needs of all Coloradans. First commitment is to convene stakeholders around shared priorities. The second is to support local solutions to local problems. The third is to strengthen resources and build capacity. The fourth, to champion bold policy change. Now let's delve into the details of our transformation framework for each of the commitments, starting with convening stakeholders around shared priorities. When we think about convening stakeholders around shared priorities, we are talking about facilitating purpose-driven convenings and meetings and spaces that work to actively create improved accessibility around identified power nodes and engage diverse stakeholders in bold action. We will work hard to clarify the goals and objectives of each of our meetings and convenings, and we'll work hard to ensure that each participant understands their role and the roles of others. We will commit to creating purposeful strategies for convenings that ensure that the right stakeholders are engaged and participating in work that promotes the Blueprint's goals. And we plan to develop an onboarding process for all participants and align our convening structure to streamline existing work, making sure that we increase value and maximize efficiency for all anti-hunger work statewide. We plan to coordinate and support anti-hunger efforts statewide through open and transparent communication and engagement strategies, and ensure equitable participation in all Colorado Blueprint to End Hunger spaces through intentional, novel, and impactful reimbursement and compensation strategies. And finally, we will work to deepen our collaboration across sectors to address root causes of hunger through increased presence and engagement with movement-building anti-poverty partners in Colorado and nationally. And the way we plan to carry this work out is to continue building on the success of phase 1 of the Blueprint. We remain committed to convening people that are very different from each other and come from very different spaces and convening them around shared goals, shared issues, and shared priorities. These convenings will remain a cornerstone of our collective impact approach. We will be considerate of time and commitments requested from stakeholders to maximize effectiveness and thoughtfulness in our engagement. We also plan to maintain our existing committees focused on different forms of power and accessibility, such as state and policy committees, data and evaluation committee, and the Funders Collaborative, and we will explore additional committee areas. The blueprint plans to transform its current work group structure and instead focus on project teams and committees that will drive the work forward. We will continue to create purpose-driven spaces as the vehicle for topic-specific project teams to tackle short-term projects lasting from anywhere from 6 to 18 months. And the framework for these project teams will be revised to ensure, or will be visited to ensure high level of oversight and planning to make sure that we're maximizing our impact. And we'll create a very thoughtful onboarding process where new participants in Blueprint meetings will undergo an orientation process. We'll make sure to cover our mission, the why of the Blueprint. We'll cover our framework and the specific expectations and goals for each meeting. So that's a little bit about the first commitment. Our second commitment is to support local solutions to local problems. We've learned the importance of engaging and supporting local coalitions focused on food justice and sovereignty by strengthening networks, increasing access to decision makers, and implementing shared goals. We recognize the importance of engaging and supporting community leaders around shared issues to support the formation of new coalitions focused on food sovereignty across Colorado. And we also recognize the importance of providing access to best practice, to data, to resources, and connections to coalitions and local organizations in identifying root causes and designing community-centered engagement strategies. We plan to continue convening local coalitions for information sharing, for cross-collaboration, and we plan to ensure that we have the right governance structure to be able to do this work. We will continue to support community members' participation, and we will work to ensure that we continue keeping fair compensation at the forefront of our work. Now let's look at our third commitment, strengthening resources and building capacity. At the Blueprint, we aim to develop and promote a comprehensive roadmap and assessment tools to identify evidence-based, asset-based, and community-centered approaches to achieving authentic food sovereignty for Colorado. We aim to act as a think tank and utilize data to capture innovative and effective strategies that can be shared throughout the Blueprints network and to inform ongoing community-driven initiatives. We aim to build capacity of individuals and communities so that they can engage in policy and advocacy work through trainings, through convenings, by sharing data and sharing resources alongside other organizations who are committed to the same outcomes. And we plan to model best practice, equitable grant-making strategies, and award grant funds to organizations and communities who are implementing solutions to hunger and addressing food sovereignty. We'd like to partner with individuals and communities to share their stories, to expand their reach, and increase impact in support of their goals. And finally, we'll build public and political knowledge and will for food sovereignty through equitable and accessible marketing and communication strategies. And last but not least, our fourth commitment is to champion bold policy change. In this commitment, we'll aim to create a community-centered and asset-based process to regularly identify key policy changes and opportunities, as well as a process to gather meaningful feedback and share learnings and outcomes. We plan to develop a transparent and comprehensive plan informed by community-identified policy needs and that articulates key strategies for implementation and names bold, long-term goals and short-term actions to achieve those goals. We aim to leverage the Colorado Blueprint to End Hunger staff knowledge and relationships to champion community-driven priorities while maintaining relationships and resources across diverse stakeholder networks. And we will problematize strategies and behaviors that diminish transparency and lead to inequitable and unjust decision-making and implementation. So overall, and in closing, I want to express my gratitude for each one of you for being part of this momentous journey. Watching this video today signifies your commitment to creating a positive change and ending hunger in Colorado. As we dig deep into phase 5 of our transformative work, I'm thrilled to share a framework that not only reflects the familiar, but also introduces the new and improved components of our work. Our vision remains unwavering. We're dedicated to work towards a Colorado where everyone can access the food that they choose, where they want it, and when they need it. And through purpose-driven convenings, resource distribution, thought leadership, and bold policy agenda, the Colorado Blueprint to End Hunger will continue to mobilize a statewide network striving for food sovereignty for all Coloradans. Our commitments serve as the guiding principles that will keep us on course, allowing us to better address the needs of our diverse community, whether it's convening stakeholders, supporting local solutions to local problems, strengthening resources, or championing bold policy change. We are determined to making a meaningful impact in our community. I encourage you to continue following us on social media, visiting our website, and staying engaged through our newsletter by connecting with us throughout this entire process. And last but not least, certainly thank you for your ongoing support and dedication to this crucial cause. We'll see you next time.